And then we have a story called Invisible in development, which we're really excited about. That's actually a story that was developed internally. I was in Charlotte, and I was reading, and I can't remember if it was a sports page or the city page or whatever it was, but I just remember the headlines. It said, "Homeless soccer team wins championship game." I'm like, wow, that's homeless. What's a homeless soccer team? I guess that's a soccer team made out of homeless people, And so didn't think too much about it. Then over the years, it kept coming back and coming back. Just the tagline, "Homeless soccer team wins championship game." And found out that there was a facility in Charlotte, still there. It's called the Urban Ministry Center, and it deals with homelessness. And they put together a homeless soccer team that goes on and does these great things. Now, we've embellished the story a little and added characters, but the essence of the story is about, and we did a lot of research on homelessness. We spent a lot of time with homeless people. We spent a lot of time at Urban Ministry Center, and how does a homeless soccer team go out and win a city league playing against Bank of America, Duke Power? These guys are showing up with $200 cleats,
right,
with the
all the
beautiful
gear,
all the latest thing, and these guys
Trainers.
are homeless. Yeah, it's just a great story. Now we added one character, a friend of mine, who I really think is going to be a great actor. His name is Bo Bice. I don't know you know who Bo.
I know Bo Bice. That from you talking about from
American Idol.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I was gonna say I know that name.
Yeah. So Bo, I've got to know Bo over the years, and he is just a great guy. And I said, "Bo, I'm going to make you a star." That type of, I mean, he doesn't need my help, but I mean, he's very accomplished, in the music field.
Sure.
Obviously, his competition with Carrie Underwood I think it was the fourth season, but he went on to just do unbelievable things in music, and he actually lives in Florida. And I've got to know Bo and love him. He's just a great guy. But when we were doing this Invisible, I said, "There's got to be a part I'm going to write in for Bo Bice."
Cool.
And I called him. I said, "Bo," I told him about the story. He loved the story, and I said, "I want to write in a character for you. We are writing this character for you and you alone. You don't have to audition. It's yours to do with what you want." And he said, "Oh, that's great."
Awesome.
And his character is called Orlando.
Nice.
What we found out doing our research in homelessness is that a lot of homeless people, one, they have no idea where they were born. They don't know how old they are. Some of them have never met their parents or anything like that. And some of them have names after where they were actually born, like Orlando or a Dallas or that type of thing.
Yeah.
So the concept is Orlando. He works for the city's maintenance department, and which a lot of people don't realize that a lot of homeless people have full-time jobs,
Mm-hmm.
And now this took place in 2009.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Orlando works for the city's maintenance department, and he has the leaf blower on his back all day. So he's blowing leaves. So people see him. They think that he's singing, but they can't hear him because the leaf blower is going loud. And so when he turns off the leaf blower, he stops singing because he's not sure he can even sing, right? So the
of
concept,
course it's Bo. So
it's Bo Bice. I mean, he
singer.
can't sing. Come on, man. So he's blowing leaves, and then he gets involved with the soccer team. Now, he's not one of the soccer players. He sort of becomes their manager and brings water on the bench and cheers them up. I mean, the character is just so lovable. He's just, and Bo was like that. I mean, you meet Bo, you love Bo,
Right.
So he gets conned into entering this open mic contest at a bar one night, right? And he gets up there, and everybody sees that he's the leaf blower guy because he just got Orlando, and they start making fun. "Hey, leaf blower, can you sing?" And so he gets up there, and he belts out this song, and there's dead silence, everything like that, and he wins the $200, right?
Awesome.
Now this is during the season when the team is playing, and they now are on the upswing, and it's almost before the championship game. And he's been a huge part of this team, motivating them and on the bench at all the
Pushing
games and
them
everything,
along,
right?
Yeah.
And so it's a couple weeks before the championship game. He wins this contest. He's walking home because he's living at like the Y. Two guys follow him from the bar, and the last thing you see him, boom, he gets stabbed. And like he's on the floor, bleeding out. I can tell you there will not be a dry eye when that scene happens.
Right.
Okay? But prior to that, he gets conned into singing the national anthem at the opening of the soccer season. And so he's standing up on the stage with the minister who's going to give the opening prayer. And the minister looks over to him because the minister has a mic. And the minister looks at him. He sees his name is Orlando on his work shirt. And he says, and that's all he's ever been called is Orlando because he really doesn't have a first name.
Right.
You know, that's where he was born. He was
So
born in
he does.
Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
So the minister says, you're going to sing the national anthem, right? He goes, yes, I am. He goes, okay, I need to introduce you. He goes, what's your name? He goes, Orlando. He goes, yeah, but what's your first name? And the minister's sort of old, got a hearing problem. And Bo says, it's just Orlando. And the guy thinks he says Justin Orlando. And so he introduces him as Justin Orlando. And Bo loves it. Now he's got a first name. So now his first name is Justin, you know.
That's great.
And so in one of the scenes before he gets stabbed, you see his name is now Justin Orlando. Cool. I don't want to give away the story, but that's not how it ends for Bo bleeding out under the underpass.
Good.
And the way he comes back, again, there won't be a dry eye on the house. But
Awesome.
when we wrote that part, you know, it was just, that's Bo